actually, because you're right. We have key players come back. AJ Fish. There's a little delay right there still, but it's okay. Hey guys, welcome to episode 30 of the Sportz Nutz. I cannot believe we are at 30 official episodes of the Sportz Nutz. Man, that's pretty exciting, that's a great accomplishment, right?
Oh, of course it is, man. I think I've only been here for 15 of them, if that. But hey, man, it's been a pleasure. It's been a nice little ride. Been an up and down journey, man. Been a lot of events, a lot of things have taken place. But hey, man, we'll see what happens.
Hey, we're still here. We're still kicking. Hey, got some bad news, Matt. Your Twitter, because it is not blue checkmarked, it is not official, so we can't broadcast live there just yet. But it'll change. We'll get that taken care of. As everybody knows who I am. I am Brandon. I am the founder and host of the Sportz Nutz. My man, look at this. I'm like dead on every time now.
Man, got it.
Wait. My man over here, Matt. Matt, how has your week been?
Lots of work and lots of sleep, man. Of course, trying to get things good on the podcast, man, as far as the technical things and the technical side of it. But we're getting there.
That's all that matters. Is we're getting there. We're chugging along. We're almost there, guys. Hey, this is going to be a great episode. I know there's not many people who have logged on yet, but know what? We're still going strong. It's still early. Hey, we got some pretty cool stuff to talk about. We're going to be talking about week 0 of college football. Woo! It is here. We're going to talk about week 2 of the NFL preseason. Some duds, some news, some whats. Wait till you see what we have, right? And then also, everybody knows the newest craze going on. And if you guys go and look at some of these glitch videos for College Football 25, you really have hours of laughing entertainment. Some of them, you just go, what on earth? Like, is that even a real glitch? It's a real glitch, all right. But besides that, hey, got a little update to give for this week. Yes, we are live. We are going to be live on Friday. I will be sitting in this chair per usual. However, it's not for the right reasons. It's actually kind of for the wrong. I'm having surgery Thursday morning. We don't know the exact time yet. But yes, I'm having surgery on my knee, my right knee. It is to help prolong the inevitable, which is a full knee replacement within the next 10 years. Yes, I know, Matt. I'm getting old. I'm falling apart. I mean, gosh, I'm I'm so old. I'm farting dust, right?
Hey, man. You know how it goes.
Hey, I'm okay though. I'm here and I'm kicking strong. Guys, this is going to be an interesting week for everything sports related. Yes, you do have week 0 that has started. You do have more NFL. It's the final week of the preseason, so be ready. But before we go any further, let's give a special shout out to our sponsor, Tequila's Grill in Easley. If you are looking for some authentic, delicious, and affordable Mexican cuisine, Tequila's Grill is where you want to be. From everybody's favorite, they have the homemade salsa bar. They have the homemade queso dip. The weekly happy hour from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., which is buy one, get one 50% off. And Matt, one of Matt's favorites was the taquitos. I think that's what they call them. They are so good. The chimichangas, oh man. Tequila's has everything you want. Hey, do you guys have like an event coming up or just even a birthday celebration? Go ahead, give Tequilas a call now and get it set up. 864-307-8028, or even better, stop on by today, 5155 Calhoun Memorial Highway in Easley, South Carolina, 29640. Again, that is Tequilas Grill in Easley. Matt, tell everybody how much you enjoyed going to Tequilas that one time.
What did I get? Like 3 plates?
Yes, you did. You actually got 3 plates.
Hey, nah, man. I mean, they did a great job accommodating us. They did a great job making sure we had what we needed, making sure our cup stayed full, making sure the beverages stayed coming. They did their job. So, I'm definitely gonna go back next time I visit you guys, visit you up in South Carolina.
Hey, I can't wait. To see you. I know it's coming soon. We are trying to like figure out when we're coming down. I know we're supposed to come down when because Jessica and my nephew are coming to town, which by the way, he just started school this week in California. She lives in San Francisco, California. So hey, I cannot wait to hear about school and everything going on. So guys, let's first off, can I get a hell yeah? Because football is back, baby.
Yes, it is.
Back. Week 0 in college football is about to commence. It's about to begin. Yes, this weekend, football returns to everybody's TV. Y'all, we cannot wait. Let's take a look at some of the games and just give a little insight to them. I know Matt's biting at the dust on this one. So, Matt, are you ready to talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about it, man. Let's go ahead and talk about it.
Awesome. All right. Game 1. Matt, your boys, they're traveling to Dublin, Ireland. Georgia Tech is taking on FSU. This is actually the first big matchup of the season already. Now, look, Florida State is favored to win by 11. Tech, though, however, is not exactly a pushover. It's going to be a great game. I'm telling you now, it's going to be a great game no matter what. And Matt, I want to hear your takes on the game, with the fact that you guys are your team is traveling to Dublin, Ireland. You're playing Florida State. Florida State lost a lot of solid talent. Matt, the floor is yours. Tell everybody your takes about Georgia Tech.
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a lot closer than some people would think. With Tech's quarterback Haynes King, being a veteran that he is there, I think he's going to have great command of the offense, man. Him and also the running back Haynes, man. I think they're gonna. Well, we know they're gonna run the ball. I think everything's gonna be predicated on Florida State's defense. Is Florida State's defense ready to stay disciplined? If they stay disciplined and do what they need to do, and just make sure the play action doesn't catch them off guard, they'll be all right against Georgia Tech. But I'm gonna go out on a limb here, man. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna say Tech's gonna win this thing. I say Tech wins it maybe like 21-14. I think they're going to play solid defense. They're going to not make too many mistakes on offense, and they're just gonna ground and pound FSU, and that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping to see, and I think I hope that's what the results will be. 21-14 Georgia Tech.
I think Georgia Tech has significantly improved, actually.
They have.
Hands down, one of the biggest turnarounds I've seen in a very long time, actually. Like I said in the beginning, we don't know which FSU team is going to show up, really. Exactly. And remember, FSU lost, what was it, like 20 players of talent off of their team to the draft and transfer portal and whatever. And they did get beat pretty bad in the bowl game as well. Now, you know what, guys? I don't really want to hear this nonsense that they weren't playing anyone, blah, blah, blah. As the great Herm Edwards said, hello, you play to win the game. That is true. Miami. Hey, you
That's
play to
a
win the game. You play to win the game. With that being said, though, and I'm going to say if, and I'm going to use the word if as a big if. Florida State come out hot off the bat. Florida State's going to win 34-14. However, should they come out cold and slow, I could realistically see Georgia Tech winning 27-21. And the reason why I'm going to say this, yes, we've known for a long time that Georgia Tech is a running team. However, the coach that runs the system there is a spread option offense. It's almost identical to Oregon. It's becoming more of a pass friendly offense again. Now everybody remembers the last time that Georgia Tech had a great wide receiver was Megatron himself, which Matt and I are going to try and get him on. Hopefully we get a hold of him. That would be
hey. Don't forget about Demarius Thomas as well. Don't forget about
Demarius Bebe Thomas. Demarius Bebe Thomas. Hey, that would be pretty cool to have Megatron on the show. Obviously it would have been nice if Demarius Thomas were still with us. Unfortunately, he did pass.
Rest in peace.
So, but I'm you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just say it. 27-21, Georgia Tech wins.
See,
we don't know. We really don't know what Florida State team's going to show up.
I knew I liked you. I knew I liked you, man.
Just a little, right? Hey, let's go to the next matchup, guys. And this is actually pretty intriguing what I'm about to say. It's Montana State versus New Mexico. I want you guys to tell me when the last time you literally could say New Mexico was a good team, because they're not. I followed the Mountain West and the Western Athletic Conference, which is WAC. I've followed it for a very long time. Yeah, and I don't remember New Mexico being good, actually. They're predicted to be one of, yet again, the bottom feeders of the Mountain West Conference. Montana State. They were really good last year, actually. They came within a point of beating the most hated but loved team in FCS in North Dakota State University. In the postseason, they only beat them by 1 point. That's pretty good. Now, Montana State, they did finish on a 2-game losing streak. They lost to their in-state rival, Montana, 37-7. That was a pretty big disappointing loss for them. Then again, they lost to NDSU in the postseason, 35-31 in overtime. I'm going to go ahead and give you an upset. I'm saying Montana State, they hang tight the entire game, and then the second half comes, they pull away, and we have our first FCS school upset of the season. I think Montana State actually wins 28-10. Matt, what do you think about this matchup?
Well, I know the Lobos, they did get a new coach, Bronco Mendenhall, I believe is his name. I can see New Mexico. I can see New Mexico pulling this out. I'm going to say New Mexico is going to pull this out. Montana State, they were very good last year, but I just think that new coach, the facilities there in New Mexico. I mean, something's just telling me to go with New Mexico. So I'm gonna follow my gut and I'm gonna go with New Mexico. I say New Mexico wins, 28-20.
Wow, you're only giving them an 8-point advantage, and
that's it.
I'm not going to discredit the Lobos. Who was the coach? He was an ESPN host, and then he became their coach because he was a former, I believe he was actually an alumni of the school. Bob Davie, I think his name was.
I think so.
And fans, whoever's watching the stream now, please let us, if you can remember who New Mexico's coach was, if it was Bob Davies, I believe that's who it was.
I think
let us know, confirm it. And, he had a great system. Loved his system. Love his style of play, actually. But, the last time the state of New Mexico was really relevant in football, you have to go all the way back to the early 2000s. And it's not for the team per se, it's for the name. And the head coach at New Mexico State, Hal Mumme. Everybody don't know who Hal Mumme is? I highly recommend you Google him. I've actually been in talks with him. I would love to have him come on. Him and the Mad Hatter himself, Mike Leach, invented the pass-heavy offense, the scheme that you saw at Texas Tech, that you saw at Mississippi State before Mike Leach passed away. So, Al Mummy he was a great coach. I still, though, think Montana State wins 28-10. I may even say 28-13, just because New Mexico, they kind of flatline in the most important moments. I mean, I might be wrong.
Hey, new coach, new coach, new year, man.
New coach, new system, new scheme, new everything, but
exactly.
could be the same old results. Hey, let's look at game number 3. This one's actually pretty funny. Excuse me. It is SMU versus Nevada. There shouldn't be any questions about this matchup, y'all. And if you really think Nevada has a chance, you have not paid attention to them in the last 4 years. Terrible. They're bottom feeders. They're one of the worst teams in the Mountain West. They're only predicted to win 3 games this year. SMU is playing for the first time as a member of the ACC. Yeah, we're going to say Dallas is in the Atlantic Coast Conference. That's interesting. That's for another day. I think SMU wins easily, 48-6. Matt, what do you think?
I agree with you, man. And you're being nice with the 48-6. I'll say maybe 55-3, something like that, man. I think it's gonna be an absolute beatdown, massacre, molly whopping, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, God, that hurt. Yeah. It's so bad for. You know what though? Hey, for all you folks who don't remember, Colin Kaepernick played at Nevada, and I got the chance to watch him his entire career at Nevada.
A long time ago.
It was a system quarterback. He was a system style player, and if you think Nevada is going to sway from that style, you're wrong. Nevada, 20 years now almost that they have run the same style, a pistol formation. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's very true with them. We'll see. All right, guys. Before we go to the final one, I want to give a quick shout out to our man, Matt. Coach Vince, ladies and gentlemen. This gentleman is I've known him for a very long time. We've had him on the show. We'll have him on the show again. He is the head football coach of the arena football team, the Michigan Avengers. Check them out. They won the championship last year. He is the head coach. They're coming again. He actually is going through a little bit of a health scare himself. He had hip replacement surgery. So please keep him in your thoughts and that kind of stuff. But hey, Vince, glad to see you there. So let's go to the last and the final game of the weekend. And I get to have claim on this one. It's Delaware State at Hawaii. Man, I'm not even going to entertain the idea of Delaware State. 1-10 last year. Last in almost every statistical category possible in FCS level. Hawaii is in a prove it this year, meaning prove it to us that Timmy Chang is the answer for the school. Hawaii is favored now, actually, and it just got updated this afternoon. Hawaii was favored by 38.5. However, they're now 39-point favorites. And the reason why I'm telling you this, Delaware State missed their flight to fly to Hawaii. They had bus troubles as well. That just goes to show that Delaware State is never going to be able to amount to something going. They're having to travel 10 hours from Delaware to Hawaii, going from one end of the country to the other end of the country. It should be entertaining for both parties. Hey, let's not forget that, like I said, Delaware, they're located on the far northeast. Honolulu is in the Pacific. So you're really talking about a long travel. A lot of people have said Hawaii wins 42-6, 48-10. I was conservative. I said 42-3. However, after hearing this newest result, I'm going to say Hawaii wins like 63-10. It is Delaware State. They have absolutely zero defense. They have zero offense. Hawaii runs my favorite offense. It's the run and shoot offense. Vince is over here saying, hey, what's up to you, Matt? Vince will laugh and tell you all that Hawaii stuff. But, Matt, give us your takes on what happens this weekend with Hawaii and Delaware State.
First of all, what's going on, Vince, man? I hope you get better. We gotta have him back on the show again. If Hawaii's quarterback was a Shager, who's Hawaii's quarterback?
Yeah, it's Braden Shager, yes.
Shager. If Shager does not have a field day, minimum 5 touchdowns, 5 touchdown minimum from Shager. If he does not have 5 passing touchdowns, I don't know what to say, man. I can see this getting well out of hand, but I can also see Chang kind of down in the back a little bit, man. Once they get crazy up there on the score, crazy up there with the score, I say like something like 38 to maybe 38 to 7 or something like that. I think they'll pull it in after the third quarter. Third quarter, Hawaii's going to take the horses out.
Now, folks, let's also remember the game starts on Saturday evening our time. However, over there, it's really Sunday morning our time because it's the home opener for UH. TC Chang Center is reportedly, now I don't know if this is true. I hope it is. It would be the first time since 2010, 2011 that the home opener game is sold out. TC Chang only holds 17,000 right now. There's this big mess going on trying to get Aloha Stadium, the new Aloha Stadium built, which will host about 30,000 people. Hope it happens. 2020 is supposed to be the opening date for new Aloha Stadium, so we'll see. But yeah, you got to think right now, they're 6 hours behind us. So it's 1:51 in the afternoon there. And Delaware State just arrived today, y'all. They just arrived today.
Wow.
And it takes 2 days to acclimate yourself to Hawaii time, which is during daylight savings time. It's 6 hours behind us. When it's not daylight savings time, it's 5. Regardless, you're still pretty much the entire day's difference. And they say 10 hours. No, if you have missed your flight, you were supposed to be there 2 hours. You're probably realistically looking about a 16-hour flight day. I can attest to this. It takes about when I flew from Atlanta, I had to stop in Dallas-Fort Worth, had a 2-hour layover. Then I flew to Honolulu International, and that was about an 8.5-hour flight. So yeah, it was about a 14-hour day. So just imagine that takes a toll on anybody's body, let alone an athletic person's body. Because just think about it. It could be 3 o'clock in the afternoon there. It's 9:30 in the evening, your time. You're thinking 9 o'clock. I just flew for 14 hours, and you got to do a little walkthroughs. Get prepared for playing, in Hawaii. What is the next steps you're going to take? Because you're not going to sleep at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Hawaii. No, you're not going to do it. Don't even lie to yourself if you think it's going to happen. So, hey, week 0, we've completed the games. But, yes, it's very far and few between. But you know what, though? Who cares? It's football. We're back. We're ready for it. Speaking of football, guys, Matt, have you been watching any of this preseason that's been going on?
I've been taking notes. Let's just put it like that. I've been taking notes. Yes, I've watched some of the games. Just for the football aesthetic of it. The football's back. Just that they're getting that high from the games and from the overall the environment of it. But other than that, I've been tuning in here and there.
I'm excited to say that football is back. Yes, excuse me. The second week of the NFL preseason, it has come, it has gone. We have found out a lot about teams, stuff we already knew about certain teams. We still have some questions about some others. We have some moments that have happened. But let's all go ahead and agree here. We do know everybody that watches football in the NFL knows one thing and one thing only, and that is the offense in preseason is terrible. It's so boring to watch. It's the absolute worst to watch. I mean, you have teams who drive up and down the field to go for nothing. And then you have this stupid kickoff rule. This rule is so dumb. I do not like it. I don't see it lasting more than just one season. I really don't. I understand why they're trying to do it because they want little brother USFL to try and do good things, but no, that's not. The UFL is not going to dictate how big boys play football. So you know what, Matt? Let's do this. Let's look at our biggest 5 games that we saw of teams, what we knew about teams, what we didn't know, and what we still have questions for. Are you down for that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. So I'll start first with my 5, and then we'll go to you with your top 5. All right? So it doesn't have to be in order. It can be 1 through 5, 5 through 1. I'm going to start at number 5. Number 5, and it hurts me to say this, the Chicago Bears could very well be a threat not only to the NFC North, but to the NFC picture itself. Detroit, yes, they were the Cinderella team last year. Then they had Green Bay follow them, Jordan Love, his coming out season or whatever they call it. Enough to get him a $200 million contract, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I may have been wrong about the Bears. I was saying they were not going to be anything. I thought they were going to be competing for a 3rd year in a row for that number 1 pick. I may be actually pretty wrong. Chicago, they could very well challenge Green Bay and even Detroit for a postseason run. What? Why do you say that, Brandon? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Caleb Williams, he knows how to extend plays. And if you guys have not seen his extension of that touchdown run that he did at the in the red zone, check it out. It's pretty impressive. I'm not going to say Chicago goes 12-4 or 13-5 or whatever the record, 17-game period. I don't think they win more than 8 games, but the NFC North very well could come down to who wins 10 to go into the playoffs or 8 who don't go to the playoffs. You don't know yet. We don't know. So it's going to be interesting. Then we go to number 4. This one, I'm going to tell you all now, Pittsburgh. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. Heck, even the entire state of Georgia, I guarantee you the Saints and the entire city of New Orleans probably told you the same thing, was Pittsburgh is going to move on from Arthur Smith real quick. In fact, Matt, I don't know if you saw this. There is actually storylines out that have the fans of the Steelers Nation already saying fire Smith. His offense is so bad.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you how bad it was that I saw. I don't know if you probably saw this too, Matt. Was they drive up and down the field. Yes, it's great, fine and dandy. Coming close to the red zone, what do? You go 3 and out, and you try for it on 4th down. The most obvious thing to do to get a first down or get a touchdown is pass the ball. No, we'll just run a draw. We'll run a draw. 4th down and goal from the 8-yard line instead of passing. We'll run a draw, get 5-yard loss. Hey, that's cool. You want to deal with field goal, go right ahead. Fans, yeah, they're going to be really disappointed. This very well could be Tomlin's last year with Arthur Smith being his offensive coordinator. Number 3, the Cleveland Browns. They're bad. Even with this talk about getting the new domed stadium, which, Matt, have you seen the renderings for the new domed stadium in Cleveland?
I have not, man. Enlighten me.
Oh, my God. So it looks like an old train station kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like almost like a warehouse. I'll have to find the picture and I'll show you. It looks like, and that's what I'm going to do right now, actually. I'm going to look for that picture. Now, this is bad radio, guys. I'm sorry. Cleveland.
How dare you?
Domed stadium. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to go to the images of this stadium. Let's see if I can find the appropriate picture. That's the old stadium. Well, I would look for it, but, obviously it causes you to look at like 5,000 pictures.
Of course.
So I'm just going to tell you guys what it looks like, all right? It really looks – here's a picture of it. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can – it says Cleveland Browns release Brook Park domed stadium renderings, but they are supposedly undecided about it. Yeah, I'll have to send you the picture. I don't want to post here because of copyright infringement. We want me to do that, but
understood.
It really. I'm going to try and describe it the best I can do. It's got a glass top on the top, it looks like, but they go like a house top on there. But then it has like little. It kind of looks like a kid drew the picture of what the stadium should look at and said, "Here, that's what I want to look like." Cleveland wants a domed stadium. So there's this whole jibber jabber, blah 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 about Cleveland this, Cleveland that. Cleveland could be good. If you guys haven't seen, I'm sorry, but Deshaun Watson, they need to just move on from him now. I think they're going to cut their losses with Watson after the season, and they're going to battle for the number one pick in the 2025 draft. I'm sorry, but I understand this whole nonsense that caused Matt Ryan to ultimately leave Atlanta, which I think he had a couple years left, and even then, he probably could have taught Michael Penix Jr. The reins of the team. I don't know, but yeah, I think Deshaun Watson is done. I think he's washed up. It's time to go. So number 2. And speaking of Atlanta, even though they are 0-2 in the preseason, they look legit. Yes, we will not see Michael Penix Jr. for the rest of the preseason, and that's okay. They should finish 1-2 in the preseason and be ready for week 1 against the Steelers. For those who don't know, Tyler Heineke is starting against the Jacksonville Jaguars for week 3 of the preseason. It should be an easy one. You're not going to see any starters. If you do, it's maybe one series. Atlanta, they've had some serious off-season moves, which I know Matt's pretty excited about these two. I am too. Now listen to this, Matt. Vegas, NFL Network, and ESPN all have Atlanta with the highest odds now to win the NFC and the second highest odds behind Baltimore to win the Super Bowl. Now, and finally, number 1, it's actually a tie. JD, I'm going to throw this out to you. And Trey, I know you're watching. I'm going to show this too. Carolina is destined for another 2-win season. And the Saints, they're almost as equally bad. The Saints barely gained any interest in the game against the 49ers, which, by the way, the 49ers aren't exactly looking like the hot team themselves. But New Orleans and Carolina could very well be battling out for who will get the number 1 pick in the draft. Now, Matt, you've heard mine. Please give us your 5. I want to hear what your takes are of what you did know, what you didn't realize, and moments.
At number 5, I mean, you kind of touched on it. The Falcons additions and what it means for the team. But with the additions of Judon and Simmons, man, I just think I can pretty much say the division is wrapped up already. But stranger things have happened. It's the NFL, man. It's the NFL. Things never go according to plan in the NFL. But my number 5 is going to be on it. I'm not going to really touch more on it because you just went over it with about the Falcons. So we'll move on to number 4. Number 4, a little surprise, man. I think Bo Nix is going to be a lot better than what we thought for Denver.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, he had a really decent game. I think he went 8 for 9, or if I'm not mistaken, in the one game that he played. But I think he's going to end up being their quarterback of the future. I was shocked. I didn't think that he would do well. But again, it's only preseason. And we know that. But that's just a takeaway that I have from it. For number 3, I think number 3 for me are surprise teams that I think are going to surprise us, and that's going to be the Bears and Titans. I think those two teams are going to definitely shock us. I think the Bears, with the play of Caleb Williams, man. I mean, man, you can't help but think Patrick Mahomes, man. You can't help but think that. Just the type of plays that he makes, man, the fearlessness, the willingness to try anything, to get yards. I see the Bears and the Titans both surprising and both winning, are being up there to win their divisions. The Titans, with their additions, and also, with everything with the Titans depends on the maturation of Will Levis. Is he going to put the camera phone down and pick up a playbook? What's going to happen? So, we'll see what happens with Will Levis. For number 2, this is my, and I think you touched on this as well, but this is my wow moment. Not wow, but like dud. It's the simple fact that the Steelers are in trouble. I mean,
Yes.
they are in trouble. I mean, it's no way around it. But again, only preseason. If there's a coach out there that can find a way to turn things around, it's Mike Tomlin. I mean, let's not forget he's never had a losing season.
Which that in itself is crazy to say, you know.
Let's not forget that. But they have a weapon at every level, man. They have a very good weapon. They have Pickens at the receiver slot. They have a dynamic duo with their running backs. You know, Najee Harris. You know, and they also have the tight end Freiermuth, if I'm saying that correctly. So they have the offense. The question for them is going to be the defense, and that's crazy to say, even with T.J. Watt there. You know, can that secondary hold up? You know, I mean, look at the division they're in. Look who they have to face. They have to face the Bengals and the Ravens twice each. That's 4 losses. If you want to be technical about it, that's 4 losses already. So, you know, man, I mean, they're in trouble. And number one, I mean, and I hate to say this, but it is what it is. But it just seems like oh man, it's just tough to say. They're cohesive. I mean, I can see it. I can already see it. It's like last year. You can see it, even though they started it off kind of slow. It's the Chiefs to lose again. I mean,
What really?
I think it's the Chiefs to lose again. I mean, when Patrick Mahomes there, I mean, you got Travis Kelce. They have their weapons. They added another speedster to the wide receiver core. I just think the Chiefs are just gonna, take it again. So those are my 5 takeaways.
Okay, and I can respect that, and I'm kind of done with we hear this talk about what do they call them, dynasties, right?
Yes.
How long you want to have a dynasty go before you're just like, I'm sick and tired of you winning. Let other people do it. I'm tired of it, right? We had the dynasty decade with the Patriots, 6 Super Bowls, right? And I'm sick and tired of hearing that crap. We as Atlanta people, we hear the same nonsense. The 28-3, March 28th, folks, is the worst day that ever existed in the history of days, according to every Atlanta Falcons fan. And we're not going to talk about it. So don't sit there and folks and say, "Oh, 28-3 stuff. That's so cool." Yeah, it's just not really fun.
You have to respect it. You don't like it.
I don't gonna respect that. No,
you don't like it. You don't like it, but you have to respect it. I mean,
no. The reason why you probably say
man.
that.
It's my homeboy, man. It's my homeboy.
So anyway, folks, what's the next dynasty everybody got sick and tired of hearing about? What was it? The greatest show on turf. Remember that? The St. Louis Rams.
Yes.
They did remarkable things. They were a team to beat. They were, and people don't realize this actually. Atlanta has 3 rivals. One of them is the St. Louis Rams, which is now the LA Rams or whatever Rams you want to call them today. The second team, which people don't realize this, is actually the San Francisco 49ers. Are Atlanta's number 2 biggest rival because they used to be in the same division every year, and then the number 1 rival for the Atlanta Falcons is the New Orleans Saints, and they're hurting. And, my good buddy Darren from down south, Sports Fanatics, right? I love him to death, great guy and everything. I'm actually going to be trying to get a buddy of his who coaches for a team in Huntsville, Alabama, a new football team, come on our show. But why do I say that about him? But New Orleans, they're hurting. They're in cap hell, and they have no idea really how to really get out of it because they want to re-sign players that brought them greatness for a period of time, but those period of time is done and over with. A buddy of mine, Nick Bongolo, who is a big fan of the Atlanta Falcons out of Toronto, Canada. He wants Atlanta to sign Michael Thomas. And I'm like, dude, why do you want the Falcons to sign a player who in the last 4 years has played 6 games? I mean, why do you want that? Whatever, I don't care. But, when you hit the nail on the head, though. Hugo, actually, from our Twitch. What about Pittsburgh? Hugo, I'm telling you now, buddy, they might be a 5-12 season with Arthur Smith. They're bad. Arthur Smith We Atlanta fans know what 7-10 looks like 3 years in a row. And for whatever reason, Arthur Smith believed that Desmond Ridder was the hot take of everything. Nope. And of course, fake folks, if you haven't been paying attention to the dumpster fire that's going on in Arizona and Phoenix, more specifically with Desmond Ridder, I think the USFL is where he's going to end up. He's bad. They're going to cut him. He can't throw the ball. He can't make the best sound decisions. He had chances. He could have been there. It's the what could have, should have, would have been with him, but no. There's a reason why he was not picked so high. There's a reason why his jersey was very far underperforming being sold for Atlanta. So, yeah, no. So, guys, hey, man, I got a really cool shout out I have to give.
Okay.
And I think I told you this, actually, Matt, but Trey Davis mentioned this too. The Sportz Nutz crew early yesterday, we received some insightful news before big named media outlets got it. And we shared it with you. For those who don't know, I have some inside connections with the Atlanta Braves. I found out about 10 minutes before ESPN, Bleacher Report, and all the other media outlets, Austin Riley had a broken wrist without 6 to 8 weeks. Trey Davis goes, you must have some incredible insight because Bleacher Report hasn't released it yet. And sure enough, 5 minutes after he texted me that, I get messages that Bleacher Report is reporting that, and ESPN is, and CBS and Fox, all in reporting Austin Riley is out 6 to 8 weeks. So hopefully that can tell you something that your boys here, Brandon and Matt, we know a little bit more than you think about sports. We have insiders at every level. So please make sure you tell all of our friends, tell all your family, everybody, click subscribe, like, follow. You never know what kind of information we actually have because we get it. And we got some insights that nobody else knows. So this guy right here, look at it. I'm on fire with this now. This guy right here, he might know a little bit of a guy named a certain guy named Jared Jack. Who knows? So we may have some big names coming on from Georgia Tech. You guys stay tuned for that one. So, we're really excited about the fact that we were able to break the news before big named media outlets did. So just keep your eyes and ears and everything else tuned out for it. So also got to let you know, College Football 25 has come out. It's a hit. It has grossed the most sales they have ever had and have ever expected. Guys, guess what else came out? Matt knows this so well. Matt, what is the other football game that has come out that has graced your presence?
Madden 25.
Madden 25 is out. Now, guys, I'm not as gifted, as they say, that Matt is, where he gets a chance to play both games. I have to wait a little bit longer. I am going to get a PS5, and I'm going to get both games. I'm going to get College Football 25 because there's already reports they are working on a possible College Football 26 coming out. Ooh, I hope. Fingers crossed. Hey, MLB The Show comes out next year. Comes out soon next year. And then Matt and I like this one. NBA 2K is coming out I think they come out in September, actually.
Of course. Well, of course.
Matt, what games other than the show and NBA 2K are you looking forward to coming out not only the rest of the 2024 year, but 2025?
I mean, I've always been big on, Madden and 2K. Those have always been my two. Those are my guys. Those are my guys, man. Madden and NBA 2K are my guys. But with the college football, man, college football has definitely surprised everybody, surprised a lot of people. Of course, you're gonna have some people that don't like it. You're gonna have people that like it. There's gonna be bugs. There's bugs in every game. But luckily nowadays, companies, they can put out patches or updates for your games, and those updates can correct those issues. So they've had a few updates already. And the game has been well. The game has been well received. I'm in a couple of college football 25 leagues. And things have been good. I'm always in Madden leagues. I do Madden money leagues. I do regular Madden leagues, man. Madden, I have it, but I haven't been in depth and played it yet. Our leagues haven't really started yet. We usually wait till after the first update from Madden, then we start the leagues.
Rightfully so too, because you don't know what kind of glitches they can really come out with.
And then if you start like a league, you can't really
unstart it.
It doesn't like fix the bugs if you already started it. You have to wait until after the update comes out, and then you can play it. But those two games have kind of been the backbone, and been the reason why I even got an Xbox and things like that. But other than that, man, from time to time I'll hop on something like Final Fantasy or Final Fantasy 14 online, actually. Things like that. Some COD from here and there sometimes, Call of Duty. I'll dabble in different games, when I have time. Of course, being a dad and work and things like that comes into play. But whenever I'm able to sit down and throw on the game, I'll always kind of go in that order. College football, Madden, college football, 2K, and I just go from there.
Matt, this question is for you from our man Trey. Is Madden as good as college football? I've always preferred NCAA games over Madden.
You got to remember, NCAA games have been out. They haven't been releasing them like that. This is like the first release, and I think since 2014, if I'm not mistaken.
12 years, yeah. 10 years, sorry. 10 years, yeah. 10 years.
So this is the first release, man. So, that's why there's such a big hype about it, because they've been going for 10 years. And then people have been growing. The Madden community has been growing frustrated with the product. They're like, yo, it's the same stuff, different day, with Madden, so it's good. It's a good thing that Madden has some competition now, and everybody's loving, this college football game that's out.
They have said that that Madden 25 is supposed to be better than 24, 23, 22, and 21 combined. So I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. So
I played it here and there. I haven't played it competitively yet, so I haven't been able to kind of see, what kind of glitches or what the people are doing. Everybody finds those glitch plays, and
then they put them on TikTok, and then they put them on YouTube or whatever.
Exactly. And so, like I said, I usually wait till after the patch releases, man, or the updates release before I dive into Madden like that. And then as soon as the patch release, man, I'll join some tournaments, some Madden tournaments. I'll go to Gamers Online or some websites like that, where you can, and I'm not saying, well, yes, I am saying it, where you can bet money for games and things like that.
No, FCC, Matt did not say bet in the state of Georgia.
State of Georgia? I didn't say anything about the state of Georgia, Oh, man.
No, I'm looking forward to this, and I see all these like incredible videos. I've talked to Brett Mussenberg, not Brett Mussenberg, but Kurt Herbstreit. Gosh, why did I say Brett Mutton? That's weird. I've talked to Kurt Herbstreit before about the 25. He said he had some fun dabbling into this game and making it. It's a long time coming. Fans are going to be flocking to it, and sure enough, here we are. We are what was Trey just said. NCAA was always the trend setter for Madden. I hope they get back to having draft classes that you can actually use in Madden, like the draft imports. Yeah. I remember that when you had that, you were able to facilitate them in, and you had success. You saying they don't have that?
They don't have it for like a whole draft class, but they have like kind of a singular player mode where you bring your player up from high school to college, and then you can actually export that player and import them into the draft. You can do that.
Oh,
but
that's pretty exciting.
Remember those games, old March Madness games, man? Where you can download the roster and upload it to the NBA Live, man. Oh, gosh, man. Yeah. Those were the days.
Oh, that was the good old days.
That's before LeBron was even in the league, dude.
All right, let's see. What did Vince just said for his 5 was number 1, he predicts that it was Kansas City. Number 2, the Ravens. Number 3, the Niners. I have to argue with on that one, Vince. I think the Niners actually are going to be a wild card seed this year. Detroit, no, I think Detroit's actually going to battle between Atlanta and Philadelphia for that number 1 seed, surprisingly. And then Houston probably could be in the mix. No.
How?
I think the sophomore slump's going to happen with Houston.
How are the Niners going to be a wild card?
Have you seen what Brock Purdy's been doing?
Yeah, but who in the division is going to? Well,
Seattle might. I'm not going to say the Rams because the Rams have nobody.
No quarterback for Seattle. Their quarterback situation isn't up.
Their quarterback situation is very questionable.
Okay,
so maybe I'll say that maybe I'll give the 49ers like the 4 seed. That's the best I'm gonna give them.
Okay.
Brock Purdy has shown me that he is your average person, and this is gonna hurt my feelings to say this a lot. Cam Newton might actually have been right about Brock Purdy, as he called him, and said he is just a game facilitator. He's not a game manager, and that's very well could be. This whole Brandon Ayuk issue that's going on, gosh, who knows what's going to happen with that one. Now, if, the football gods just came down and said, you know what, Atlanta, I'm going to give you Brandon Ayuk, and you guys can give them a 6th round pick. And, Debo, I did hear Debo Samuel has asked for a trade too. Dude, if Atlanta were graced with Brandon Ayuk's kind of talent, 49ers will take the division. If Brandon Ayuk were to become a Falcon, oh my God, you could talk about a 16-1 team in the NFC with Atlanta.
Oh,
Atlanta Terry's not done yet, folks. Terry is not done. Juju Smith-Schuster, yes, he is kind of washed up. He's at the end of his time. He's a great slot. He's a great slot receiver. He can teach the young guys. We did just lose our trade player from Arizona to a season-ending knee injury. So is it official?
Is it the season ending for him?
Yeah, torn ACL and PCL.
Dang.
So it's a 9-month recovery. Hey, it's okay. Atlanta still has loads and loads of talent. With them getting Simmons and Judon, before that they were like a 10 to 12 win kind of team. ESPN, NFL Network, and Vegas all have them now as a 13-plus win team. And like I said, they are the favorites to win the entire NFC and the second favorite over Baltimore to win the Super Bowl. So that'd be kind of cool to have Baltimore, last year's MVP, versus Kirk Cousins for the Super Bowl. And Atlanta finally gets the damn monkey off the back, and we win the covenant beloved Lombardi Trophy.
I'm not going to jinx anything.
No, I'm not either, but it would be nice to see. Hey, you know what? I got some cool things I want to talk to you guys about as well. Matt knows about this, and they are watching. He did message me. I'm not going to tell you their names because I can't for security purposes, and there's a real reason why I say that. We went to Jeter Mountain Apple Orchard this weekend with the girls, and my mother-in-law and her friend Buzz. We had a great time. It was so much fun. It was hot, but it was not like unbearable hot. It was fun to be there. The girls had, of course, Vince just said that's not going to happen with the Falcons. But the Falcons are going to whatever. Anyway, we went apple picking, right? And right now the best apples to pick are Honeycrisp, which if you get a chance, I will share the picture. We got a lot of good apples that were picked. Oh my God, some of the best apples I've ever had come from this place, right? So what does Jeter have that others don't have? Well, they have their own facility that makes their sparkling cider, their hard apple cider, 5 different and legend versions, and a 6th one that they do only just for the 3.5 months they're open for the public. And then also you can pick blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. You can pick flowers. You can pick peaches. You can pick wine grapes, red and white. I mean, they have an abundance of stuff there, and they have some of the best food you'll eat. They have a smokehouse there. Great food, right? So we were at the playground facility with the girls trying to run off as much energy as humanly possible. And Carol and Buzz were picking flowers. And Carol, guys, takes forever to pick flowers or does anything forever. So that's just my mother-in-law for us, right? So Eastland gives me this little squishy foam ball. And I mean, it's like this big. It's just so you can throw and try to hit these discs on the wall, whatever, make noise. So I happen to just chuck it, right? I'm trying to hit Eastland just to hit her. Yes, I'm not being mean to my kids. She knew it was coming because she was ready for it. She actually sitting there doing this, waiting to catch it. So what does it do? It makes a perfect beeline for this other kid. And it goes, boink, it hits her. And she starts laughing, right? The kid's rolling laughing, thinking it's funny. And so this couple who's sitting next to us, I go, oh, like that, because I was thinking I was going to peg her really hard. And the woman goes, you could not do that again 1,000 times if you tried. That was the perfect aim. So we started talking, right? And they're like, where are you guys from? We said, oh, we're from Easley, South Carolina, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, we're staying in TR, Travelers Rest, Furman University. Our daughter goes to Furman. But we come here every year from Dubai. And I was like, oh, wow. So we started talking. She has a music business in Dubai, extremely successful, y'all. And when I tell you, I'm about to tell you how much their plane tickets cost to come and go back in just a second. So she inherited a condo from her grandparents behind Furman. So they go to Furman games. They actually go back tomorrow, back to Dubai. They come to escape the Dubai heat every summer, every June, all the way to the end of August. They come here, right? Her husband is one of the highest ranking officials in the Dubai government for athletics and military. And when I mean one of the highest, I'm talking he will tell them what to do and all 10,000 listen. That's how high he is, right? So we got to talk, and we spent about an hour and a half, 2 hours talking. They are some of the nicest people. They have invited us to Dubai. And guys, when I tell you these people when people in Dubai make money, it was $20,000 for the tickets to fly here and $25,000 to fly back, and they paid for it in cash. So $45,000 in flights alone. That's incredible. But guys, they have subscribed to our page, and more are starting to subscribe. I've got messages back from them already. So pretty cool experience, huh, there, Matt?
Yeah, that's interesting, man. You know, I've had some family that's traveled to Dubai and things of that nature. And yes, that Dubai, the stories that I heard about the Dubai heat are real.
Yeah.
But they have beautiful infrastructures, beautiful buildings, beautiful place to be. So, but I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I've heard a lot of great things, about it.
Oh, and so they were some of the nicest people. They had a great conversation. Their kids were fantastic. So yeah, it just goes to show you never know who you're going to run into at any given moment. Matt, I just sent you the picture of the Cleveland Browns dome. Did you get a chance to look it on your phone?
Oh yes, I'm looking at it now, man. That's.
Doesn't it look like an old train and warehouse station put together?
It does. It looks odd. It looks odd.
All right.
But it looks beautiful.
Yeah. So Vince just said, Coach be mad. About to stop in the middle. About to stop in the middle highway. Matt knows about that, right, Matt? Let's stop in the middle of the highway.
Oh gosh. Just to let you guys know, you'll see a short from us soon talking about that story. But
hey. Okay, and a little short notes on that one too. Vince's favorite word was dweeb at the time, guys. Yes, he called me a dweeb. But anyways, that's besides the point. That's here, there, nor there. Hey, guys, this week that's coming is going to be pretty difficult for me. I'm having knee surgery on Thursday. We will be here on Friday. Like I said, I'll be up in my chair. We're going to keep you updated with pictures. Now, Matt has some pretty cool information. Guys, I have been sharing it. Matt is about to share because we only have a few seats left. Matt, would you please tell everybody about the Sportz Nutz Fantasy Football League? Vince, your invite's coming. You're gonna have to sign up for it, buddy. But Matt, tell everybody about it.
Absolutely, man. All right, guys. We have 4 slots left. 4 slots left in the Sportz Nutz Fantasy Football League. It's ESPN. $5 entry fee. Once we get the league full, we'll set a draft date. Draft date definitely has to be before the league starts. So maybe sometime that weekend before the league starts. So at some point, maybe sometime during that time. But 4 slots left. If you want to join it, all you do is you go right here. You go to Twitter and you go right there. You just go to. Okay, now you just changed the whole schematic. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, you go to Matty D Thomas over there at Twitter. You'll see that I posted. I posted last week. I'll go ahead and repost again. But there's a link, invite link to the site. If winner of the site gets a championship belt.
Discount double check belt.
Yes, you get a championship belt that you get to keep. And you get to keep it all year long. So. And if you lose next year, you got to give it back up. You got to give it up. So that belt will be a traveling belt.
And now you're getting the replica. You're not getting the actual. The actual stays.
Yes.
Sportz Nutz Hub.
Of course.
You will get a replica of it. Yes, and guys, I'm telling you now, there was a time 7 years in a row I was the champion. Matt over here plays $13,000 ball fantasy games, so you're gonna have to really go against him, and you guys have pretty good competition to go against, guys, so be ready for it. Hey, yes, I'm ready, but you know what, guys, it's football. Can I get an amen? It is football.
Hallelujah.
We are praise the Lord. We're back. Hey guys, this has been a fun episode. Yes, thank you, Vince. I appreciate it. Hey, speedy recovery for you too. You're gonna be amazed at how much better you're gonna feel with that new hip.
Look at that. You. Both of y'all just old and recovering, And I mean that in a good way.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. Here we go. Guys, hey, this has been a fun episode. I just wanted to give you guys a quick reminder. Friday, we have a good friend coming on. She has ties to Clemson. She will talk about what to expect for the season for Clemson football. She's going to have a little more insights. Just stay tuned for that. Also want to share this with you guys. Ignore what's going on in the temperatures outside. The official start of fall, yes, it's a little over a month away. But the ever-popular wannabe fake fall has shown up. Yes, we're only supposed to be 80 degrees here in the upstate tomorrow. Then it returns to heat. But then fake fall will come. And then the transition to fall will come. So be ready, because why are we saying that? Because you know what? All the sports, they about to get going. Guys, it has been fun. We have had a lot of good stuff to talk about. We have enjoyed every minute with you. We can't do this really without you. We love you guys more than you know. Hey, get the word out there. I promise you we got some good stuff coming. We are the Sportz Nutz. We're here for you. All you got to do, as you just heard Matt click his pen, is just click that subscribe button right there. Click it, share it, follow, like, everything. We need you. We only need to get 125 by year end, and we can do it with you. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, for my man, look at this. I'm going to go like 6 for 6 on this. Matt. Matt, I'm Brandon saying, my usual, peace up. A-Town down. Why do I say that? Because I'm from ATL, folks. I'm an ATLian. And Matt, what do you tell the lovely people? Don't get what?
Please don't get flagged.
Don't get flagged. That's right. Don't get flagged. Show's over, guys. Hey, you know what? Go have some fun with your family. Go have some dinner. Get something cold to drink. Enjoy the time left of the day. And we'll see you guys on Friday. Until then, bye. Because you're right, we have key players come back. AJ finished